will set the salaries, will set the fringe benefits and all that, correct, once they're established. How many people did we offer for part-time, for the temporary?
Oh, I don't have my list in front of me. I would probably say 10 to 11.
10 to 11. And how are they going to be affected by not having fringe benefits? Because I know it's just temporary.
Right.
Well, there were only a handful that actually had health insurance, correct?
Yeah, it varied across the board in terms of whether they were full-time or part-time with the county, in terms of what union group they were in, and in terms of what benefits they were already receiving. So there was a variance between all of the employees that were working for the county. So nothing was, it wasn't like they had just one structure or one contract agreement that they were under.
So has everything been settled with the county after, it's, the end date? The employees were taken care of there and they're starting anew here?
That is correct. They received their communications from Wayne County based on their employment status. And they made their, went through their own separation process with the county as it related to them personally. And then, we were obviously closed down for a few days. And then, as I said before, the temporary agreements are effective today.
How many? Did you want to tell us how many employees?
Madam Chair, hang on one second. Councilman Garza had one more question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The appointments to the board, now when they come up, is it the same process where you would, does the city council always approve them, or is that, okay?
So the city council will, and the board, depending on how they establish this, I believe it affords up to 9 positions under the act. So right now there's currently 5. And to be really honest with everyone, because we were working with such a limited time frame, we had to quickly pull 5 people together, including we had 2 commissioners that resigned from their position as library commissioners to accept positions as library board members, because essentially you couldn't serve on both. One is an advisory board and one isn't. And so you have a couple of appointments that we just recently appointed to the Library Commission. They'll have vacancies now, and we'll look at replacing them. But yes, to your question, they will always require City Council approval.
So I guess that leads to my second question. The current Library Commission will still be intact?
Yes.
Okay.
But they'll be, as they were, a recommending body to the board.
Right.
So hopefully you'll have a lot of people that are still dedicated. I know a lot of the people that are sitting over here, they want to see it succeed, and many of them sit on the commission or now the board.
Okay, thank you.
So it's still, nobody essentially has lost their job as of yet. It's just we've transitioned from the county to the city, and it's kind of be as business as usual until things are kind of negotiated.
Or did somebody choose not to?
Well, that's an option.
Yeah.
I apologize. I do have my list with me here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people who stayed with us. 1 declined, did not take a temporary position. And then we had 4, as I said, we had 4 that were already existing City of Taylor employees.
That were working there well.
That
Of
were
those
already
9, how many were full-time?
It appears that 4 of them were full-time, and 1 of the full-time units did not stay on.
So there will be one additional, well, I don't want to say there will be, there's a possibility that that we still could take on the library for the blind. We'll be working with Teresa on that decision. There's some questions about the transferability of grant money. And there's another fund that there's a Friends of the Library that has a fund balance that we're not sure what that process is. We are communicating with the county executive's office and trying to make sure that we can solidify the dollars and that it does make sense. I know that the librarian Teresa is in favor of it, but to date we don't have all the definitive answers, and we will still continue to work with them. We have told them that it may need a couple weeks because they gave us a July 1st deadline on that, and there was just no way. We had to take care of our own business first.
Yeah, I mean, of course I'd love to see that come to our library, but we have to make sure that, the city's protecting people every second and something like that.
Yeah, the county gets a $50,000 or $40,000 grant. What did you remember?
40,000. About 42,000.
42,000. So the thought is that that's transferable. All the communications we've had with the Director of Health and Human Services is that the county believes that it's transferable. You know, that's a lot of great thinking, but we need confirmation from the state of Michigan that it is transferable.
Right.
So that's what Jason's working on while we continue to negotiate with Wayne County.
Anything else?
I don't know if you want to have, if Teresa wants to add anything?
Pretty much covered everything, just the fact that we have, well, right now we are down one full-time person. So we are doing our best to provide an excellent level of service, but there are things that we won't be able to do. This is also the busiest time of the year. We have our summer reading programs. We have programs 2 days a week where we expect anywhere between 100 and 150 kids and their parents in during times of the day, and we're praying God that the air conditioning will work tomorrow. Because it's very hot today. So, you know, we're focusing on the people coming into the library. Everything else will get done. It just may take a little bit longer. So,
What was the position or title of the person that chose not to stay?
the youth services librarian.
There's 5 appointments for the library commission. Do any of you have any question on those 5 appointments?
Sandra Thompson, is that?
And, excuse me, just one second, through the chair. You asked a question, and the mayor answered it, but the library commission will now be short 2 members, so we'll be recruiting 2 people to take the spots of the library commission.
Perfect.
So that we'll have full membership on those.
And what we'll also post that to the city website, we'll put a press release out there trying to recruit people that may have interest in case there's other people that are out there that weren't aware of the vacancies, we'll try to see if we can find some new interest as well to look at.
Could I get that list emailed to us?
Which list, I'm sorry,
The template,
Yeah, I'll have, it's Jason's document, I'll get it.
I noticed that for number 8, the resolution here, I mean, it's very brief. Is there anything else that would accompany something like this, the Library Act? I mean, do we have a copy of that? That governs board?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
And we got
Is it very?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see
The
that.
library.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, Alex, just let us know.
Yeah, probably.
It's the same thing on both sides.
Please tell everybody the library is not being closed.
Yeah.
We're glad to have you.
We really have tried.
Okay,
Very hard to
yeah.
keep everything moving
Okay.
and keep everything positive.
Okay.
There was a little bit of slippage.
Yeah,
There was a little bit.
no, it was no
One
problem, it
day.
was just, one day I got 4 calls, I'm like, no, it's not closed.
Temporarily.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think temporarily was left out or something, miscommunicated or something, but either way.
Well, we are part of the network, and people are used to the service.
Oh,
we
sure,
provide.
absolutely.
They're used to being able to take their library card and go to any one of 60 different libraries in here. And their fear is if our library is closed, those privileges, they're borrowing privileges that every other library in the system would disappear. And they did not want that to happen. Besides the fact they love their library, they also didn't want to lose the privileges at other libraries.
And part of that's from past experience. Other municipal libraries have transitioned differently, and some have closed for months where they didn't have reciprocation rights, yeah. And I think that was the uncertainty, though. A lot of people didn't know what was happening, and again, I wish we could have done better, but we were learning as we were going as quick as we could about.
Right,
the
we
act.
were all aware, that's what, I mean, trust me, my dad called me yelling at me. Hey, you closing the library? No.